Namaste. So as a yoga teacher, I often get asked in my regular classes if there is a 10, 20, 30 minute quick yoga class you can do just to keep going with your practice, but also to wake up the body perhaps in the morning, or energize a little, or stretch out at the end of the day. So I'm going to do first today a 10-minute yoga quickie, if you like. So in 10 minutes we don't have much time, so we're just going to run through a few basic stretches just to get you through, and that feeling of expansion, openness, and a little bit of balance. So just to begin with, we're going to take a couple of centered breaths. So sitting nice and tall, resting the hands on the legs, on the knees, maybe interlacing the first finger and thumb. Let's just take a couple of centering breaths. So as we breathe in through the nose, we just feel the lift in the body, and we keep that height as we exhale. So inhaling, pressing the sit bones down, feeling a sense of growing through the spine, lengthening. Exhaling, rooting, and staying tall. So breathing in again, take a deep breath in. Feel the rib cage expanding, feel the body taking up more space as you breathe in, and exhaling. 2 more times. And just noticing how you're feeling, releasing any tension where you can. 1 more time. And exhale. So let's start. So arms to the side. If you need to pop yourself up on something, you can just roll up your mat, or put a cushion underneath you, sitting on a bolster, anything you need to, so that you can sit tall without pain. So inhale, let's lift the arms, bring the hands together, draw them down in front of the heart. And again, breathing in, big wide stretch. Breathe out, draw the hands together, draw them in front of your heart. 1 more time, inhaling. And exhaling, hands calm down in front of the heart. Let's go again, inhaling up. On the exhale, we take the left hand to the floor, we reach the right hand overhead. Keep the right sit bone planted down in the floor, so you don't want to lift, you want to keep it down and then reach through the fingers. Shoulder blade relaxes down the back of the body. Inhale brings you back up. Exhale takes you over. Breathing here. You can turn the gaze to look up, take a little twist, or keep the gaze down or forward. Feeling that lovely stretch through the side of the body, and then coming back up. Inhaling up. We twist to the left. So right hand onto left knee, left hand behind you. Relax the shoulders. Sit tall as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, begin to twist. You're not forcing anything here. Just take 2 more breaths here. Growing tall as you breathe in. As you breathe out, just twisting a little deeper. 1 more time. Breathing in to grow tall. Breathing out to twist deeper. Inhaling all the way back. Exhaling over to the right this time. So just take a moment to breathe in, grow. So connect down into your foundations. And as you breathe out, start to twist deeper. Shoulder blades relax down the body. Inhaling length. Exhaling, twisting. We're doing everything on 3 breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Come all the way back to the center. Let's just change the cross of the legs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach forward. So not to worry about how far forward you are, how low to the ground you are. We want to breathe in to lift the chest. Fingertips can come to the floor, and exhale to fall. 2 more times like that. Inhaling, lift the chest, keep the spine long. Exhale to fall. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, lift back up, walk those hands back. Let's undo the cross of the legs and come onto all fours. So keep the toes tucked under, give you a little bit of support. Have the hands spread on the floor comfortably. You want to be comfortable here. You want the wrists underneath the shoulders, but thereabouts. If you're more comfy, a little bit out, a little bit in, that's your body, your kind of yoga practice. You need to be in a place that you can move, spreading the hands. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the hips, tummy drops. Exhale, pull the tummy in and round as you look in between the legs. Inhale. Think about really articulating the whole of the spine, so being aware of the whole of the spine, moving and stretching. Exhale, rounding, looking between the legs. One more time, breathing in. Really lift the chest, feel as if you're pulling the chest through the arms, shoulder blades firmly down the back, and the sit bones are back behind you, so you're pressing them behind you. Last time to round into your cat. Good. From here, press back, untuck the toes, find an extended child's pose. The head doesn't come to the floor. You can rest it on your cushion or block. Shoulder blades again are drawing down the back and we're reaching forward, so we're continuing with that stretch. Take another breath. And then from here, we're going to come up to downward facing dog. So just to start, we keep the knees bent and 3 deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling as you stretch out the legs, bending and straightening those. Trying to have minimal movement in the hips. So we don't want the hips to lift or twist. We want to keep minimal movement as we just work into the back of the legs. Let's inhale up onto the toes. Exhale, press down. Inhale up, keep your neck nice and free as you do this. Exhale, coming down. One more time, inhaling up. Exhaling down. And let's just pause for 3 breaths here. If you need to come off those wrists, please just come off and come back into your extended child's pose. Breathing here as we lengthen the heels towards the floor, lifting the sit bones up and drawing the chest towards the thighs whilst keeping an activation in your core, keeping the shoulders down, neck free. There's a lot to think about in downward facing dog. One more breath. Good. Look forward. You can come down onto your hands and knees, or you step the left foot forwards. So left foot in between the hands, knee is above the ankle. Roll the shoulders back, bring the hand to the knee and sink down. So we're just beginning to stretch through those hip flexors. So we're taking it into a nice deep stretch, and we're going to move this into a more dynamic stretch in a moment. So we're just letting the hips stretch out, and then from here we're going to inhale the arms up towards the ceiling. Now as you do that, I want you to think about lifting the tummy in. So if we see what I've done there, I've gone from really kind of releasing down to drawing the tummy in. So you're thinking about zipping up through the front of the body so that the pelvis isn't dropped forward. We haven't got this arch in our back. We're supporting ourselves here. And then we can come deeper, but nice and safely with a strong pelvis, lifting up through the fingers. Take another breath and hands come to the floor. So you can simply swap the legs over or take it back through downward facing dog and then come with the right foot forwards, left knee to the ground. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, sinking down. 3 breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Always draw something under the knee if you need a bit of support under the knees. Good. Let's take 3 breaths with the arms lifted now. So lift the arms, and again, lift the tummy in. Think about the pelvis lifting up. So it's the pubic bone is lifting up towards the navel's lifting up towards the chest, and everything's reaching up. And then we can allow ourselves to sink down a little bit more with control. 2 more breaths. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out. Well done. Inhale and exhale. Let's bring the hands to the floor. Come back onto the hands and knees. You can just sway the hips a little bit from side to side if you need to. And then we're going to come down onto our tummies. So you can just come to lying or comes forwards into our half plank. Bend the elbows, let the chest come between the arms and lower down through a baby chaturanga. Undo the feet, so backs of the feet to the floor. Arms, hands underneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back. So again, we don't want the shoulders to collapse. We want to have them down the back of the body, just gently planted there. Press the pubic bone in towards the floor. Lift the tummy in so you feel the tailbone lengthening. And then lift up into a baby cobra. Exhale takes you back down to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the neck in line with the spine as you do this. Inhale. And exhaling down. Tuck the toes, come onto the knees. Back we go again to child's pose. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, curling all the way up, shoulders come back and down. Let's come onto our bottoms. Make a little bit of space so that you can lie down, and you can simply hands to the floor, or you can take a little curl down through the spine and bring the knees into the chest. Just rock from side to side for a few moments. Give the back a little bit of a massage. Feel the breath, feel the energy within you, a little bit more alive. And then bring the feet down to the floor. So again, we want to position the feet, ankles underneath the knees, thereabouts. But you need to find a place that you can move from. You don't want the legs to be too far away. Similarly, you don't want them so far in, you've got nowhere to go from. So, feet hip distance apart. Bring the hands to the floor, firm the shoulders down the back again. Keep the neck nice and long. So we're going to press, so I just want you to feel all 4 corners of the feet down into the ground. Feel the arms connecting to the floor. Let's always return to our foundation. Inhale, and as you exhale, pelvic floor just gently activates as we lift up, pressing all 4 corners of the feet down, lifting the hips, pressing them up, and coming down again. Okay, breathing in, breathing out to lift. Pressing the hands, the feet down, squeezing up as we lift, and releasing down to the floor. One more time, breathing in. Good. Hold it here. Think about the tailbone lengthening towards the back of the knees. Squeeze the bottom, lift the hips a bit higher. If you want a bit more, you can interlace the hands underneath you and walk the shoulders together. Reaching the hands towards the feet. Trying to watch that the knees don't separate and knock in. Keeping them hip distance apart. Press a little bit more into the big toe mound and the inner heel. And then let's release the arms and bring it back down. Hug those knees in again. Have a little stretch. Okay, I'm not sure if we're keeping quite to the 10 minutes. We're nearly there. Let's hug the right knee in towards the chest and cross the ankle over the knee. So keeping the foot flexed, you can just press that right thigh away. 3 breaths here. Keeping those hips nice and level. You don't want to drop down to one side. 2 breaths. And just soften the rest of the body down towards the floor. 1 more breath. Foot's flexed, protect that knee. Open up the arms and then just for a moment. Let's drop down. I've run out of space on this side, but the arm come out to the side as we just release into this twist. Maybe letting the head roll to one side. 2 more breaths. And then coming on your next inhale, head back to the centre. Leg comes in and we release. So just drawing that left knee in and then cross the ankle over the thigh. Hand is on the thigh. You don't want to press against that knee joints. Just a nice gentle stretch through those hips. Keep that standing foot engaged. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more time. Opening the arms, and I'm definitely running out of space here. The leg comes to the side. I'll just shuffle along. And you just turn, if it's comfortable, the gaze down that left arm. And you should feel a nice stretch down the side. You've got a twist going on, and the hips are opening as well. Breathe. Okay, inhale, head to the centre. Legs come up, undo the nose, just have a little rock from side to side. So if you have time, you could have a little meditation at this point, just rest in Shavasana for as long as you want to. Otherwise, if you're getting ready to go, then let's press up to sitting. You can press the hands into the floor. Sit with the legs crossed. So if you come to cross-legged, just swap the legs, because that's going to be your least favourite way. Just have a little balance from the beginning of the class. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale the hands together.